Hello YouTube, this is Keith and Jess Risinger. I am making now a Vanguard video for League Jokers Messiahs, basically Vanguard. I just, actually for about, I say a month to 2 months, I've been dealing with the Link Jokers. I main the Link Jokers. This build I basically found is actually a pretty good build. You don't have much locking cards, but you have more of a lock in your opponent's cards. So I have, of course, 8 of them. One's in. I actually put one away because it's actually a hard. It was a real hard card to find. Alright, let me just start it. So, you start off with your starter, which is Neo's Messiahs. There's a couple of different ones you can use, but I like him better. You got a fairy, which if she, I don't know the effects completely because I keep forgetting, but I've been mostly using him. Because if you need a stride summon, you're going to have to bring it out of grade 3 pretty quick. So, bringing out, having 4 Ego Messiahs. Excuse me. Next would be 4 Alter Ego Messiahs. That's my grade 3s. I only have 8 grade 3s, but he's, of course, your starting van. I like using him better because he's got 2 different effects. One is you get to have a card that was unlocked, and you get to Soul Blast 1 and draw. But its effect only activates if you have 2 or more G units. So, and then the second effect is choose one of your rear guards, you counterblast, choose one rear guard, lock it, and then during the stride, you pay the cost. If you do, you choose one of your opponent's rear guard and lock it, and then choose one of your vanguards, and it gains 5k. So right on the spot, you get 5k, no problem. Next would be 3 Cardinal of the Stars. I'm not sure how to say its name, but I got 4 of it. His effect I would recommend using if you have a lot of lock cards. I like putting them because you get to unlock. At least you get to unlocked cards. It's not a plus. If you counterblast, soul blast 1, and he's placed, you get the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and in the back row and lock it. So you can actually lock your opponent's front and rear if you want to do it pretty fast. Basically, those are my grade 3s. On to now grade 2s, and if you see, this is the mat I actually have, Amethyst Messiahs. I actually have this card. I only have 1 copy because you only need it, but it's put away because that card is very hard to. Plus, it's rare and it's worth about $35. So I'm not really going to use it unless I really have to, or if I'm in a tournament or something. All right, now on to grade 2s, because most places that you go with a play, if they know you have a rare card, they want to destroy it on you. So I only use it if I'm at a real tournament. If I'm at a real big tournament, then I will try it. Because then there, at least, if somebody does it, they can get in trouble for doing it. I mean, I know it's a card game, but you can get somebody in trouble pretty bad. Alright, grade 2s. Later Battle of the Gravity Well. I put 4. I found out her effect is good, especially with the combination of Lockbreaker, Riddle Bitter. I found out his effect because I would go for locking your Vanguard's rear guard, Vanguard's boost. You would lock that, use Lockbreaker's effect, unlock it. So both of them basically gets an effect, and if you have your Alter Ego Messiah is on the field, and you have, you're ready Strider 2, your Console Blast 1 and draw a card, which that extra card might help you with something. Plus, she already gets 13k just by locking it. So, just straight up gets 13k without even an issue. Next is 4 Sunshine Edge Dustblade. I didn't like him at first because I didn't even know if I was really going to need it. But when I looked at his effect, when he's boosted, I get to choose one of my opponent's grade 2 or less rear guard and lock it. And most of the time, your opponent's going for a grade 2 because they're going to want to intercept. So at least with him, he can lock the grade 2. So with basically with just any card. Oh, basically with stars. I'm very tired actually. Of the stars, basically his effect would go perfect with him because you're locking the back row, and then your opponent's probably going to have a grade 2 in the front. So you lock both of them, which there's right there, he can't do anything. So this card would actually work with a combined of stars. Would actually combine it with that. Very good. 4 Awakened Messiahs. Like I said, of course you're not going to have, Lockbreaker. You're not going to have all 3 of them on the field, but if you have him on the field, Awakened Messiahs and Riddle Breaker, and you somehow lock him, you got a good combination because he's going to go, of course, into rest mode, which is attack. He gains ready 4k, which is 11, because you're unlocking a card. So if he's locked, you're unlocking it, which of course unlocking it will go right back into with attack mode. So you would so his effect already activates that. You get this to stand back up and gain 2k. So it's already 9k right there. So even if you attack your opponent and he's got more, you still have an extra attack. I mean, it's stupid, but I do it. And I've won multiple battles because I just knew what I was doing. Give me a moment. On to grade 1s now. 4 Lockbreakers. Like I said, you're going to need them. Because once you ready G unit, if he attacks, you could choose a locked card and unlock it. If you do, gain 4k, 11k. Without even the boost. That's the weird thing is even without the boost, he's already 11k. So if you have a 7 and 8,000 monster, he's going to get boosted, which is going to turn to probably an 18k, a 19k, which your opponent's going to need at least. He's going to need at least a 10k, but if you can boost it and, maybe get a trigger, because I normally go for my 2 rear guards and then I'll go for my Vanguard. Because since I have no stand triggers, due to Awakened Messiahs, you're not really going to need stand triggers because I go for criticals, 8 criticals. Next would be, of course, you have 4 perfects. When I first started, I only had 2 perfects. I started with the Aqua Forces, but I wasn't really getting my perfect guards too quick. So since I have this, I want to, but I don't think they make it for Link Jokers. I want to get a Quintet Wall, but I don't think they make it for Link Jokers. If they do, I will get it. Good cards too. Excuse me. Next, I know people would go for 4, but I go for 3, just for this one. Destiny Dealer. I don't see any other cards I can take out. because the next card I only have 2, which I do have 3. But this one I only have 3 for because I don't know any other cards unless you could tell me a card I should take out and replace. But I went for 3. I mean, I have 8. I do have 8 grade 3s. I do have these 3, so that's 11 right there. I have 11 basically grade 3s because once you're going for a stride, he gains as a 3. So I already consider him as a grade 3. And I just realized that's why I was stuttering on that one. Because I just looked at this. I always go for his second effect, but I never do this. Is choose a grade 3 from your hand and reveal it. When this is placed on a rear from your hand, you pay the cost. If you do, choose your deck for a grade 3 with size and his name. Reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck, and choose hand and discard it. I didn't realize his effect. I didn't realize that. I wasn't paying attention to that. Next one, Death Metal Chameleon. It's a promo card, but I got to do off of Amazon for only $3, I think. I have to actually hurry up because I can only do a video for 15 minutes, so I gotta hurry up. So my next would be basically these are just grade 0s. These are just your triggers. 4 draws, 4 heals, and basically 8 criticals. I go for 8 criticals because I don't need to stand triggers. Basically that's my deck. I do have my strides on me. Basically I have 1 snow element basil, 2 miracle elements Armost. I have 2. I did have 3, but you're not really gonna need 3. It's stupid to have 3, so I went because his effect is already that you get 10k. You're probably gonna have your Messiahs, which is another 5k. You're gonna already have up to. You're probably gonna be over 50k if you do it the right way, because you got 25, the 5 that's 31, 41, and then probably with your boost. So you're looking at the 50k on the spot. My next 4, of course, your main one is Genesee Dragon Judgment Messiahs. His effect is when you attack and hit a Vanguard, choose a rear guard in your opponent's back row, lock it, and choose one of your lock cards and unlock it. And my last card is Amnesty Messiahs. I do have this card. I just put it away because it is a rare card, and I don't want that card to get ruined because it is $35, and you know, not many people have that kind of money to buy it, so that's why I have the card and I use it. And if you guys think that there's any other card or I should put in, take out, please let me know. Write a comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye, YouTube.